Back in action, NiP falling on Overpass, but Liquid just a bit too much to handle. I mean, they came in hot. That real hinge round, again, we talked about it. Let's just touch on it one more time. That 1 second plant, Moses.
Yeah, that was the swing round, right there at 10-10, all tied up, and it looked like NiP we had a pretty good footing to get into the action. And I mean, Liquid just kind of not stole that round, but that was a huge one. That turned everything in their favor, and they gained. It happened in both halves, right? NiP had a good game plan, and Liquid just eventually figured it out and made the proper adjustments.
Felt like one of those moments where we had all of a sudden, like once that happened, once they won a round in such a minute way, Liquid's confidence just boiled over, and they used that confidence to just run through NiP, or at least what was ever left of them. But enough of Overpass, because here we are, the second map of the losers bracket finals. NiP to the CT side. If that's an advantage they can work with, then so be it. But it is Liquid aiming at the A site already.
Yeah, elimination game here for NiP. Backs against the wall now. They lose this map and they're gone. They lose this map and Liquid make it into the grand finals versus ASTRALIS lying in wait. And already up the A ramp. No presence here for NiP. They are very far back, just making sure that even if Liquid get the site, they're at least contained, that they cannot push towards CT spawn, they cannot push towards jungle. No utility left for Team Liquid as well. It's all battles from here on out.
A tough one. The old Classico, 5 versus 5 retake attempt. Mirage inside a sandwich, he will finally add a kill to the board. Traded back and forth. Not nearly over. They know that Twist is tucked into connector. They also know Naps and Palace. They're kind of desperate for a defuse, and nothing comes through. Easy pistol for Liquid.
Nice and clean. Yeah, that retake never had any legs beneath it. NiP never got that going whatsoever, so that whole idea of containment just didn't pan out for him, unfortunately. 1-0 for Liquid here on Mirage. Looking to build upon this, and yeah, it's got to feel like a weight off their shoulders that they just got Overpass behind them. They don't have to worry about it at this point. Except for maybe in the grand finals, but they don't have to think about that quite yet.
Yeah, I mean, they've been talking about it, right? Map by map, and I feel like with ASTRALIS coming up next, that's how you've got to take it. You also don't want to be sleeping on NiP. Individuals that have kind of shocked at times. Forest has an amazing opening day. Faltered versus ASTRALIS, but who doesn't? Alas, silence falls across the map.
Again, I mean, Liquid just love taking liberties on rounds where they know they have such an economic advantage. Not afraid to just swing out top mid very quickly and take whatever fight there will be, even if it's a scout, even if it's the Deagles. They force an early smoke out of Twist, who probably didn't want to use it at that point. 2 smokes left and 2 HE grenades for the NiP side. Point of danger for Elige is Twist, and that smoke is going to neutralize his vision, deny information as well.
Nobody's showing face at all. Woof. Well, that's why. Show your face and it gets ripped off. Plopsky dropped from Ticket.
Well, now the tough part is you can make your way up connector, you can make your way up catwalk. So NiP have a decision to make, and at least for the moment, they have the right call. 3 players towards this bomb site. Twist on catwalk, the only one. Stewie, not prepared, but he does win the fight anyways. The kill doesn't come out quick enough. Elige is gonna fall. That's in connector. Not a huge deal. The B bomb site still under a lot of pressure. Plenty of time for Liquid to take this cautiously, but they just swing. Those rifles, again, so confident, and maybe they shouldn't be. Forrest is still here. 2 players to find out in the open. Nitro with a double. And Rez just gonna save the AK-47.
The damage was there. Poor Forrest still expecting a window peek. Crosshair adjustment that's too much to ask for. So I was curious whether we were gonna get another bomb plant with 5 alive. NiP just trying to hide in this round until Liquid would have been corralled towards either site. They wanted to head towards B off the get-go. And if there's any turning point in that round, it's, you know, that Deagle duel versus Stewie on Cat. He gets the best of the latter player despite being surprised by it. If he falls, everybody comes in off of apartments. And with catwalk under their control, NiP could have thrown a much stronger defense. But regardless, it's 3 alive for Liquid at the end of this. Excuse me, 2. Bomb blows Twist to smithereens.
Yeah, that's all right. They'll be fine with it. No big deal. This was a great tap from Stewie. Good control of catwalk afterwards with his follow-up kill, even being a bit surprised by his presence. And then Nitro cleans it up from there. They have that 1 AK-47 to worry about in Rez's hands, and that's about it. Looking like Liquid is going to be Out to a clean 3-0 lead early on in Mirage, unless Rez has something to say.
A couple of deagles added around it, but not even armor. Elige already looking for his duels. That's one of the lesser opponents taken out of the equation. It's all very much a mid-crunch here from the Ninjas. All about pulling crosshairs away from Rez so that he can come wide and knock them back with his very own AK.
I bet NiP wishes they had one flashbang at this moment, but you can see Elige after that one kill just backs all the way up towards mid. He's like, yeah, now you know that I'm here, that there's presence, but I'm not going to be susceptible to any flashbang play that you might have. One more easy kill on top of it. Lekro might be next up. Rez is all alone, essentially a 1 versus 4 at this bomb site. He's got the first. There's the follow-up peek. He adds another on top of it, and the deagle. Rez has done his job, and Lekro's done it even better. 2 headshots with the deagle, and this round has turned so quickly. It's all Rez alone in the bomb site to hold on, and Elige must try to recover. 1 versus 3, and he misses his chance on Force. That's a lot of damage.
So much, and it's not enough. Lekro with 3 frags, 2 headshots with the deagle, and a follow-up to clear out Elige. Once he makes that window drop, everybody knows exactly where he is, and they respond accordingly. It really did seem like all they were going to have was a mid-crunch NiP, but Rez given a chance to position behind that triple box, and from there he makes magic happen. NiP robbing around and getting on this board early, not only winning a round, but forcing Liquid into a very awkward spot where they force up with only 2 rifles in the mix.
We saw him win one of these force-ups on Overpass. They at least had a Krieg in that round. 1 AK is on ramp. That's in Elige's hands. How aggressive does he want to be? He's got 1 towards CT spawn, 2 towards connector. Liquid patiently looks like they want to set up with this map control, with top mid controlled by Stewie. A pinch, a crunch between connector, and that smoke is I don't know, bit shifty.
A little shady, I don't trust it. Ooh, dodging bullets, dodging nades. That did 1 point of damage.
Yeah, went way too deep due to that boost up. He's lucky to get away with his life. Still, nades running out for Team Liquid. That'd be a big kill to find. Nitro very low. Molotov going to come in afterwards. Twist is going to be forced away, but Elige has gotten into great positioning behind in window room, and it doesn't even matter. Immediate headshot from Stewie. They had Forrest trapped.
He did a bit more damage before he fell. Stewie dropped down to less than half HP, but regardless, they have that man advantage.
Elige is in that position to cut off any rotation. Twist goes for the peek and never expected Elige already up catwalk. And now it's NiP feeling the pressure against these deagles, against the upgraded pistols. It's just Lekro. Can he have a spectacular round one more time? They're streaming around behind him. There's the first kill. But he adds 1 more onto it and make it a 3rd. What a spectacular performance. And I think he just pulled it back in NiP's favor.
15 seconds and Elige denied, so it all falls on to Stewie. And the CTs haven't turned back yet. He has to do this quickly. He has to find the timing, and he opts not to throw it all away. Retreats instead, wants that op. A hell of a prize to hold on to.
That's 2 rounds now. That Liquid have had a single player from NiP take everything away. Stewie, oh no, missed shot, that's heartbreaking.
And dies after time. Oof. I see a single tear.
Yeah, the smallest violin is playing.
Damn, I thought we were gonna have a round back. I thought we were starting with fireworks, Moses.
This can't happen.
3 kills.
That cannot be a triple kill for Lekro in that corner. He's got nowhere to even reposition to. That can be pre-fired. That can be swarmed over. And look at the results, Stewie. He went from saving an op, which could have been very effective, to only having 350 and a Glock.
Wow.
That's a huge punish.
That is economic despair. He all-ins and comes out with nothing. Obviously now NiP's set to take the advantage easily at that. Team Liquid, 1 flash, 1 smoke. A P250, it's not even a deeg. But they'll still bide their time. Then try to rush up catwalk. Twist gonna come back in with Forrest holding this, and it looks all too easy. Elige will nab 1 and grab the M4, so Lekro gonna try to chase him down, but he's getting shot from the window drop. Twist has gotten into the action. He can grab that bomb and M4 and sprint. Sprint for the B site and just try to plant perhaps, but not even. Caught in the sky. He dies, and 3 survive for NiP.
Yeah, too much utility for him to feel safe on catwalk. He would have loved to have reloaded, been able to take that a bit slower, but the Molotov forced his hands. And we'll get a buy here from Team Liquid, despite the fact that Stewie's going to be relegated back to Deagle and utility. One-round lead for NiP early on in this first half. No op yet for Team Liquid. That pistol round victory in the second round seemed so far away at this point. It's been a great opening 5 rounds for Lekro.
Mid has really been set as the stage thus far on Mirage. Could be working through Underpass yet again. Stewie trying to set up Elige, who has lackluster utility, but at least he's got that gun. Rez ready on this side of the smoke, but he opts not to jump through the window. No, Elige is just going to tuck himself away outside it.
Yeah, but he's got to be wary of this. Yeah, certainly you're looking for this exact peak. Rez in a lot of trouble if he goes for this advantage to Elige. There's the Molotov. Good win, good headshot, but with a flame spread, he can't run through them. And I think he's fortunate to stay alive as the flames, oh, they just reach him at the end, but not enough to take him down. But Forrest moves into the position that was just cleared, so that's another point of danger that will not be expected.
And all the while, we still have Plopsky in the windowsill. That's a good chip, bit of damage done by the grenade, and an op shot from Twists comes in from Ticket. Forrest falls back as Elige tries to get up connector, and he wins the gunfight, pushing the man advantage back into the favor of Liquid as bomb goes down.
Oh, they found themselves a phenomenal bomb plan. I don't know how you retake here. There is a flank coming in from Lekro. It's going to be very late and middle, and that's going to be a lot of information once he eventually gives it up. And Elige is still here. He's tucked away with low HP. I don't think Lekro has the time to hard clear and deep clear towards Underpass. He might find Stewie. Elige turns the corner. Stewie can now turn, but that's 3 quick kills for NiP. They've done it again. Nitro, does he have another clutch in him? 1 versus 3. And Plopsky doesn't clear it out.
No.
Oh, no, he waited way too long. He had it. He even had the lineup on the bomb.
Incredible.
He froze in the moment, but it was all set up perfectly.
Plopsky, he had that feeling, that intuition. Someone's got eyes on him. He could feel the cold steel of Nitro's barrel. Ha!
I don't know why Nitro waited so long. I'm not going to lie to you. I thought they had enough time. I mean, the bomb timer ticked so far away, even if you don't go for that kill. Elige just dropped like an F-bomb and then looked at the camera like, oh, guilty. He's like, oh dear, oh, I'm sorry.
I didn't say that, Mom. A set smoke piece maybe for the A site. Just trying to get a plant on top of it. That was a strong plant for them as well, but 3 kills for NiP on that retake. Just dismantling what was the man advantage, and talk about dismantlement, they get pulled apart. Everybody dies as NiP find fire.
And this is what having strong players like Rez and Lekro can do for you, is the fact, I mean, Lekro, those 2 rounds that he had, the 3 kill at the B bomb site, the 3 kills at the end of the 3rd round with the Deagle, like those are the 2 rounds that gives NiP the time to really kind of plant their feet. And unlike Overpass, now they have money. Now they're not on the verge of being reset the way they were on defense there. They can feel a bit more comfortable, take a few more risks. They have refreshed utility every single round, feeling much more comfortable here on Mirage.
Quick plays towards mid, yet once more. Plopsky on the other side of the smoke, though. Oh, face to face. Elige bests him. Rez blind all the while, but Lekro trades immediately. Very wary of a B-Apps hit, but there's nobody there. Everybody from Liquid trying to get into this A site. It's a quick trade back from Stu, but Twist moves forward through and through. Dropped as Twist takes the high road, but Forrest again, the trade so efficient, down into the 1v1. And with that bomb just planted, there is so much time for Lekro to try and piece together this clutch. An impeccable start here on Mirage as he finds himself 10-4. But he has no idea where NAV's got off to.
And that nade isn't going to do enough damage to clear him out either. And the time is too far gone. Even if Lekro throws the nade, he doesn't have time to clear any corners, so NAV has a huge advantage here, and he's got to just go for the peak. It's so close. He's taking his time, and he's found it. He's got it at the end. Great play from NAV, and finally Liquid grind themselves into a victory.
An incredible back and forth affair, though. Those trade frags were so efficient from both teams. Rapid split up the A site. Twist getting aggressive like that on triple stack. Oh, and Forrest coming out from the cubby.
I mean, you got to give a shout out to NAV. That's a quick reaction to get over to snap over to Forest that fast.
Oh, and they're just going right back to the top mid clash. An op in the hands of Twist, and one for Stu, too. Spent a lot of bodies.
This is interesting, though. 2 players going into ladder room for NiP.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They've been playing this with numbers.
Well, it's a bit different when you have an op from Stu. He's zoned in on the entrance, right? Because you almost want to get that manpower spread out at some point. But if Forrest tries to leave it when Stewie's zoned in, that might just be an easy kill. They're going to hold it for here. They're going to double up and stay in this position. A pop flash for Elysian towards ladder room could be perfect.
Oh, not even needed. Forrest dies, but nah. Surprise, surprise. Rez trades it quickly.
The setup works, but now they have every indication of where Rez is. He'll be able to use the smoke to get out. But still mid-control for Team Liquid.
We have it, he's gone. Tries to put the Molotov to deny connector, but they go forward instead of back. NAV trades, and Nitro slays one more, opening up this A site. They're gonna go for the catwalk plant. Rez peeks into it perhaps, but Stewie waits for exactly that.
Tough position. If Stewie misses that shot while he's out in the open, he's in a lot of trouble. Do they go for this?
They're getting closer. And now in a 2 versus 2 with Lekro already having footwork towards the bomb site. They would have to get NAF out of Palace, a difficult task. But bomb's not planted for him on the other side of Triple here. This is a connector plant. Stewie meant to stay alive. Instead, he dies. It's very much on Nitro to go for the peak. Now that's a fake tap. NAF, 1v1, low HP. Let's see if Lekro can seal this off. Nope, not with the bomb so far gone. Time on the side of Team Liquid.
Oh, and if he's aware of it, he can go back for the AWP. He did kill Stewie with one up in middle. But that's 2 big one-on-ones for NAF to close it out, back to back, to get Liquid into the victory. And yeah, they're not winning with a whole lot of players alive. This time 0, previously just 1. But the economy for the CT side is much harder to manage. So with these victories, with these plants, Liquid should still have an advantage.
Painful reactions from NiP, knowing that they have just let Liquid slip back into what could very well be a lead. Single AK for Lekro, already revealing itself in mid-window. Nice timing on the flash, but no kill off of it. And poor Forrest. Oh, poor Forrest. He has 4 Ts barreling towards him, and Stewie clears it immediately. That MAC-10 making space for the bomb plant. And then one better. That single AK cleared.
Yeah, but if Lekro had got a double there, he was so close. If he'd had another round where he turned it, that would have been so disgusting. A chance for Plopsky, and he's got NAF. Low HP with that peak, but this backstab is just so brutal. They're not going to get away with anything. Elysia's going to make sure he takes all these guns back into the control of Team Liquid. A double spray right through the head of Rez.
Yeah, and you see Twist immediately kind of lean back. He was ready for his flank, ready to get into action, but Elish clears it. Any hope? Elish, 14-9. 10 rounds deep here on Mirage. He had a fantastic start to Overpass as well. Really got the momentum rolling for Team Liquid. And what's nice too is that he wasn't alone. We praised Nitro and Stewie. Again, coming into the series, 2 lowest rated players at the event.
Still not performing as well as you'd like. Nitro with those 3 kills. That fluffed clutch that he had earlier, that was a very winnable 1 versus 3.
Yes.
Can't say that too often, but I enjoy it. Stewie only had 7 kills as well. It's Elish, he's continuing his dominance from Overpass. 14-9 so far, but NAF with the 2 clutches is having impact as well.
Took time for them to get the ball rolling. This time Forrest just goes straight for the duel, loses it. Twist fully blind in no man's land. Elish just rips them apart in middle.
It's unfortunate. Plopsky with 1 kill, but can't transition down. I like the call from NiP. They've been getting destroyed by this mid-control from Liquid, so deciding to get aggressive and trying to regain that in their favor, just unfortunately you're running into a hot hand. Elish is just a beast at the moment, and with a flashbang provided from his teammate, able to rack up 3 kills very quick. There's no recovering those rounds.
I respect the aggression from Ninjas to go for that top mid play. You know, they're not shying away from Liquid at all. But the timing on that flash just set up Elish so nicely. And poor Lekro hunted. Cleared as Liquid steer themselves to a 4th round in a row. 3, excuse me.
That is just a beautiful sequence from Elish, sliding out of top mid. 151 ADR for Elish.
Oh. Inhuman. What should be a quick one. Mind you, they've won more with less. Flopsky's single scout, hoping for someone to peek Palace above what is 2 CTs tucked underneath. Very much an A defense here. And that's fair because for the majority, other than the anti-Eco Mac 10 rush, it has been mid to A splits. But how long do they hold it? We hit that minute 15 mark. Ooh, they get aggressive.
Twist gonna hold that push, and I like the fact that Liquid just saying Elish is a beast at the moment, letting him do his own thing on his own.
Yeah,
Letting the hot hand kind of dictate exactly how he wants to attack these portions on the map, and he's found a free bomb site. Liquid's gonna come on over. They'll take their time, making sure that B-Halls is cleared out. Stewie leading the way, but Elish has cleared out the rest. Only one position still at Van left unchecked, and Forrest is gonna rotate back into a whole lot of Nightmare. And Liquid's already in position back in T-spawn. Only 3 players here committed to the B bomb site. They're waiting for NiP to kind of try and rotate to try and save their weapons and see if they can just close them in. There's no rifles on board, so nothing too valuable to take away.
1 AK dropped, if anything. Plopsky not gonna get away with another. They cannot let this T side get too far ahead, Moses. They've already lost their map choice.
And again, it goes right back to the previous map that we saw. Once Liquid gets the advantage of the economy, they just seem to be able to run away with it.
Yep.
NiP not able to do a whole lot to stop them. So
Yeah.
they're going to have to recover very well. This is now, what, 4 in a row? Maybe 5?
5. Just like NiP did. 5 in a row. From 2-0 to 2-5 to 7-5 now for Liquid. But I think it is that. I think it's the confidence that comes from having economic control, from having in the back of your mind the knowledge that you have another buy. It really allows Elish to just try and be that one-man army, and oh, is he ever.
Well, and there's the other side of that coin where it's the confidence of Elish just going nuts. That you know, you just feel like no matter what happens, Elish is going to be able to bail you out. Whether it's opening or closing, Elish is going to be there with this kind of a scoreline and this kind of a performance, still just in the first half.
What's he up to now? 18 frags. Not much heavy lifting for the rest of the team to do. We do mention those clutch rounds from NAF. That's why they've been able to establish an early lead, so props to him.
Yeah, those 2 clutches got him started, right? And
Yep.
Elish is just taking over from there. So only 7 kills for NAF, but they're high impact kills. Twist in the window room with the off. They're going to try and keep mid control in this fashion. He's smoked off. And actually, that's a jump over his shot. That was an accurate shot. Finally, Elish is taken down first, and Twist wins the follow-up.
There we go. They walk into it. One of 2 snipers in this round because Forrest has a cannon as well.
If I remember correctly from yesterday, Liquid, their ability to recover rounds within a 4-on-5 was only at about 30%. So this is not going to be easy. Twist maybe missing a chance, but again, pretty precise shots at those headshot angles. Almost took down 2. The Molotov nade combo almost finished one off.
Those were 4v5s though, Moses. This is a 3v5. So when they've got less to lose.
Yeah, it drops even lower, doesn't it?
Yeah. They'll retreat, try to set something back up. Even if they do let a round slip to NiP, so be it.
It's hard to think of them going mid and having success, though. There's no smokes. There's 2 Molotovs on Nitro and Twist. Twist is at A ramp, so they're going to try and get to connector, but that's a long way to go with no utility to block off Catwalk, where Forrest is with an AWP to block off window where they saw Twist, to block off connector where they saw Twist, and you're sandwiched between the 2 sniper rifles if you're going to head into this attack.
Oh, timing though. Now, if you molly off Deep Cat, Forest may be prevented from a peek, and that's exactly what they're going to throw. It's all they have. Their options so limited. Flopsky does deny the ramp, and that's huge. Forest opts to run through the flames, and that's going to reward him as well. Nice. 2 frags for him to close the round. They're keeping themselves close. Only 1 round the difference.
They needed that aggressive play from Forest. That was massive. Also, I mean, the bomb dropping at A ramp. Good job from those defenders at the A bomb site. And finally, NiP can deny that control of middle to Liquid. Seven to 6. Down the stretch. Just 2 rounds remaining in this first half.
Visual frustration, and understandably so. Missed it by a millimeter there at the bottom of connector. Still, at least both those ops move forward. Double ops coming out late. Some economic issues in the middle of this half for NiP, kind of left them out in the rain. Timeout's called as this half comes to a close. 2 more rounds to go. Excuse me, only 1 of those ops was held on to.
Surprising. That seemed like it was in a very recoverable position. I figured they would have saved it as well. Either way, at least they've still got a very powerful buy. At least they've still got 1 of those. Forest drops the op over to Twist. Maybe Forest made the call to switch back into a rifle. Heavy play towards the B bomb site. 4 members of Team Liquid here. Elige lurking in middle. It's just Lekro alone, but he's got a Krieg, and the last time they came his way, it was 3 kills that he held onto, but he's looking in the wrong direction, and he's largely ignoring this B bomb site.
Oh no.
And Stewie didn't clear to his left, and there it is, another double for Lekro. A second headshot, and now the rotation is here. Even though he falls, he's done his job.
Yep, cutting the numbers down by 2 is a good way to get the ball rolling, but Forest just stampedes straight into the site. They need to deal with him, and they will. Nobody else here to trade him back. But the flank, a huge flank on both sides. The Apps one hits first, so that's the bomb thrown down, but they don't know about Elige. And Twist rounds the corner with a kill, but then is completely denied. He's gonna jump out from the window and have another. All 3! Elige! Magnificent!
What are you supposed to do against that? He is having a game.
All 3 kills.
And an ovation from this crowd here in Bahrain as Elige wants to carry Liquid into the grand finals.
Oh, Rez just a second late on the peak. Lose indeed, Moses. That one's gotta feel good. I mean, giving up those first 2 kills to Lekro is one thing. That flank hits first from NiP. They're thinking they've secured the round, but they fall prey to an, unsuspecting flick.
Listen, but Twist and his op have been the only things that have been able to put down Elige in these past few rounds. He had the opening pick on him on Catwalk just previously. Now finally grabs his head through the edge of the wall. Smokes going down. Standard set piece. NAF falls. Another 3 versus 5. And they have to commit here. This is all their utility, and I think it's already done.
Yeah, from bad to worse. Stu can't get anything rolling. 5 survivors for NiP as they close this half. But again, just like on Overpass, things as near as can be. 7 to 8 the scoreline as we'll swap things over. A defensive side on their opponent's map choice. A tough one for NiP. Liquid looking way too good, so we'll see after the half.
Almost good on this guy.
Door. Got Molly.
Upper and one miss.
Oh my
Nice.
god, you're insane.
A lot of wooing. I would have been way more excited than that, but
Yeah.
what an impressive half from Mirage. He was an absolute monster. He ended with 21 kills, and how much ADR is that? 139.
That's kind of incredible.
He went beast mode, and he is looking to get Liquid into the grand finals coming up just later on today.
Also winning that one clutch. The only 1vx situation that happened here on Mirage, and it belongs to Elige with 3 on the flank at B. Just kind of incredible. One of those world-class performances. It's why we put him up there in contention for one of the best.
Again, though, on the other side, like the flip side of that is just how good of a performance to only have an 8-7 lead. And yeah, I mean, you obviously love the lead and you put up rounds in your T side, which is great. But you'd love, if 21 kills come out from someone in a clutch like that, you'd hope to have at least 10 rounds. You'd hope to have some kind of a bigger advantage moving into the defensive side. Stewie is being so aggressive. He's found Lecro. Back to middle he goes. He wants that fight. He wants the follow-up, but now he sees 2 players and just backs away, preserves the man advantage.
Yeah, with that smoke over on the A side as well, that's at least 3 playing towards A. So he calls for reinforcements. NAF up cat should be given 2 potential kills as these T's decide to push out on jungle. They fall into Elige. Oh no, Pistol starting to slip away from NiP. NAF with another twist will get his plant at least. A bit of a consolation prize as it is Liquid to pick up Pistol.
NiP hesitated. If they really wanted to eliminate Stewie, they had to hunt him down. They spent way too long that allowed Elige to come over, and Stewie just baited them into that kind of a crossfire. Even with Elige falling afterwards, Nitro took up his position, and then it's just ease from there. Nice job from Team Liquid taking the pistol, but the plant will allow NiP, if they choose to go for that Krieg, to go for that AK buy,
Yep.
and step into this next round quite nicely.
Sure enough, they will. A scout for Twist, a Krieg on Lecro. Does Rez spend what he's got left? No, there should be a gun on the ground for him. Yep, AK in the mix. So Rez, Twist, and Lecro well armed for round 17. In fact, better armed than some of the other side. Liquid, double MP9.
Yeah, but they got to know this is coming. At this point, at this stage in Counter-Strike, you have to know a plant means that second round buy is going to have a Krieg, is going to have those rifles, so surely you have a plan of how to position those SMGs.
Which undeniably have strengths of their own. Sounds like you've got some fans here.
Yeah,
Bahrain.
you guys are beautiful here in Bahrain. This has been a fantastic week. Plopsky forcing back some of the aggression. He spots it. I don't think he saw Nitro. That could be the saving grace. Nitro can just position himself here on the couch. They're going to come right at him.
Yeah, he's just going to lie back. Let him walk right in. Plopsky, though. That was an off angle, too.
That's a hard clear with the Deagle. Fair play to Plopsky. Flashbang over, but his smoke just blooms, and NAF can play behind it. I don't know how they get through. He's just going to start spraying. Oh. Everyone's blind. He's out of ammo, but Stewie's here as well. Can he buy time for the reload? NAF with 1, and there's more. Stewie protecting as much as possible. Inside the site we go. And Twist now joins in. Twist needs this kill, but he can't get it. Now he's wrapped.
And it all's on Elige again. Not another 1v3. Unthinkable for him to try and clutch this. Rez doesn't stick that bomb. He comes off of it. A little bit of sound given away. And there we go. They deny him. They opt not to stick bomb and instead swing together. Play the man advantage.
That's a great round. I mean, a phenomenal entry from Plopsky, obviously, but even the follow-up from NiP, because actually the rotations for Liquid gave them the advantage. They had all the players there. They had Stewie, they had NAV. They just could never get comfortable, and just the trades are magnificent. Another good round from Rez, another good round from Lecro. And NiP have returned the favor, 8-9.
And that very much starts, though, with Plopsky's hard deeg clear. Wrecking face in the B-apps. Adds an MP9 to the mix, and that's then 4 weapons that charge down the site itself. Already making quick work of Elysian twists. The entirety of the A site falls onto the shoulders of Stewie, and he has not been seen. But he has so much information. If he had a rifle, oh, just like he does now, all of a sudden things get awkward, but quickly quelled as Forrest turns back around and shuts it down. We're tied at 9 already.
Yeah, it did get a little bit dangerous, though. You thought maybe Stewie could have made something happen there. Good job from NiP closing that opportunity very quickly. All tied up. And this time Liquid have to save. No Deagles, no CZs, no utility, just the USPs.
Get it over quickly if you're Liquid. Poor Rez, gonna be outnumbered. Because of that, good displacement there by the CTs, spreading wide. Not lining up for him. Elish just gonna try to look at his feet and hope they unsuspectingly walk past, but they will convincingly push towards B instead, where there's another man hit away.
Yeah, but just no weapons to do any damage with, right? And even if you have the advantage of positioning, it would take something miraculous. I don't know how Stewie's had 2 rounds now where he hasn't been seen by anyone. And that's what I'm talking about. Look how long it takes, even with 10 free shots. It just takes way too long. NAF would love to keep this AK in his hand. I don't think Lekro's gonna go for the chase.
Yeah, it might be a bit of a freebie given away. But NiP hit 10 first. All right. Thank goodness they get that bomb plant, because I mean, let's rewind that to the pistol. A pistol round that it never seemed like NiP were gonna win, but the plant has changed the entire start to the second half. A fresh meta, say of it what you will, does allow teams to bounce back. So here we have it, another for NiP. 3 survivors in the end as well. Considering it is 5 USPs, Moses, 2 kills, you take that.
Yeah, you will. You'll take it, and now you'll see what you can get with a bit more money behind you.
Yeah, but money behind you, I mean, look at Plopsky.
Yeah, he's got some cash. Him and Twist. And Twist even has an op with that much money behind him.
Yeah.
Liquid, no snipers of their own. NAF is the only one with money after this buy. Fully invested his team Liquid going into round 20. Gonna be mid-control attempt, and it's gonna be mid-control failed. Lekro with the double immediately.
Man, a failure. They just fell flat on their face. They don't even get a shot off.
Listen, Lekro's only at 19 kills, Alicia at 23, but those two are going blow for blow. Lekro has pulled so many rounds back in their favor in the first half. It was a big reason they were even able to get 7 rounds.
Yeah. What plays to the favor of Lekro is he has Rez 1 frag behind him and Plopsky not trailing by far. It is still very much the Elige show to the other side.
It's a save from here. Nitro and Twist not going to move out of this B bomb site. Twists.
This is kind of shaky. I wasn't sure what NiP were going to have to offer us on the offense. So far, so good. I mean, okay, albeit 1 single real gun round from Liquid, and it just gets immediately ripped apart by Lekro.
This gives NiP a good lead, though, going into the later stages of this map.
Yeah.
Liquid's going to have to mount a relatively small comeback.
I don't doubt Liquid's ability to adapt, and seeing as all we saw was a failed 2-man top mid push, it is still early days. It wasn't until the low teens that we had Liquid take Overpass over the line.
They're going to be pressured, though. Now NiP has enough money to really want to go for a hunt to try and take these guns away. Twist is going to be the first test for Lekro as he turns the corner. Twist, we just looked away. Nitro's been brought down to 21 by 4, so their safe space is really shrinking on the Liquid side of things. Now they've got to get back to the B bomb site. The cover of the flames, a flashbang as well, but NiP still on the hunt, running out of time to find these guns, coming up the stairs as we speak, and I think the crossfire setup is going to be too much for them to handle. Oh, that nade.
Oh no, Plopsky, not again. Oh, but Twist, hold on, still tested. He'll knock him down by 2, but so be it. They will clear the board of Liquid's players. 5 casualties.
It's not the biggest issue, obviously. Liquid would have loved to have those 2 weapons to just have some level of danger, some ability to steal a round away from NiP, but they were mostly going to have a small buy around those anyways. The next gun round is the all-important one for Team Liquid. NiP looking to get up to a 3-round lead.
Curious to see if Twist can get his scout into the mix. Do something here. No.
Not at all. Up, peering into that A bomb site. Another smoke going down to cover the mid control, the mid presence. Ooh, and Stewie bails out right at the perfect time.
Yeah, Molotov to prevent any additional CT peek, not knowing how many bodies are here. There's 3, in fact, towards the B site. But that Molotov, the window smoke, it gives such deep control to the Ninjas. You can see Forest and ladder room. Nafly wary of what could be a jungle push.
Yeah, pretty quiet across the map, though, for the moment. NiP taking their time with this one, and for good reason. Don't want to let any of their advantages slip away at this point, and they're going to find a free bomb site here at A. They're going to be rewarded for their patience. And they will find that 3-round lead. They will be up 12-9, and they will have money control. They have a lot of advantages down the stretch here. So Liquid, it feels like this next gun round is going to dictate a lot of whether they're going to be fighting for this map, fighting for this series, or if it's just going to be a high possibility we go to 3, which would be nuke. Oof. Yeah, don't spam that deagle at me.
Yeah. The beauty of that is Rez sends like 2 bullets back the other way. Lands the headshot just as Nav, whoa, brings him back a bit, but up close is Forest. He'd been tucked away in ladder room for so long. Nitro just gets his reward at the bottom of connector. Even if he falls back, though, Forest has him pinned.
I think he can stay here. I don't think he has to. Maybe if he hears Forest drop out of the window room.
And here's him moving. Forest comes back and even then misses the timing. But it is NiP on fire. Don't forget, though, second half of Overpass, NiP, 5 rounds in a row. Then the 21st happened. That was when Liquid got themselves a great call, plant bomb, and from there on out, swept NiP under the rug. Could very well be a mirrored image here on Mirage.
It's got to start now, though.
Right now.
Liquid have the op on Stewie. They've got the AK-47 on Nitro that he saved in the previous round. M4s across the board on 3 players. Molotov smokes, all the standard things to protect yourself on the T side for mid control, and it's Lekro to swing wide. That off is at the A bomb site. Stewie's got it back in CT spawn stairs. Top of the ticket booth.
Twist toying with the idea of a little bit of a palace push. He's on the cusp of it. No further movement from B-Apps, though. Plopsky just waits. Hopes that someone pushes in. He's cleared up, or cleared out, some players from apartments, so ooh, he knows. He knows they will play in it.
That's a risk, and remember, Nitro's had a really tough game here on Mirage. I think at half he was only down at 20 ADR. Hasn't been able to have the impact he would have liked, and this is a big risk for Elise, just sliding out into the open. He's found a new pocket of safety. But he's the only one here in mid, and now he's got to put this Molotov out. That is certainly... Ooh. Oh, yeah, it spreads. Oh, and it's late. He does get away with it. 52 HP as he burns down. And look, Nitro and Nav, big task to do. Molotov is going to hold him off, at least initially.
Yep.
They're looking for Lekro on Catwalk. They want to make this a single-pronged attack.
So many bodies now about to try and pile out. Traded quickly. Forest coming into it. Still, they haven't dealt with the Catwalk players. And that could be so problematic, but Twist's going for the bomb plant as Stewie's caught on his peak. Rez gets tucked into the corner and seals the deal on that one. Again, we questioned those late rounds from NiP on Overpass. Many a time they tried to hit in the last 30 seconds and it cost them. This time, because they get that split from Cat as well, they clear B, they plant their bomb, and they establish a 4-round lead.
This is phenomenal trading from NiP into the B bomb site. This is a couple rounds now in this half where actually Liquid's had an advantage in their defense. That's 3 players at the B bomb site. That's Nitro in the back. There's 1 player towards Catwalk and 1 just getting out of market. You should be able to handle that defense, especially as Liquid, who's touted as one of the most skilled teams of the, or skilled rosters that we have. They're just not hitting their shots on top of everything else. On top of the good play from NiP on this T side.
Well, this is wild. There's nobody else stepping up to bat with a Liege. Stewie still trailing by 10 kills. They won pistol on the CT side, lost to the Force Spy, and now we're talking 6 in a row from NiP.
Big lead, big advantages for NiP, 13-9.
Running out of time.
talking things over in this timeout, trying to find the adjustment. Thankfully, right at the end of that previous loss, Twist was able to pick up the AWP. They can at least bring that forward. It's got to have an impact in this next round. But with that slow pace from NiP, it's not really having a chance to find any picks, to find any advantages.
And the one time we've actually seen Liquid confident enough to go for an aggressive start on a CT round was when they just got obliterated on their top mid push. We haven't seen anything as audacious since. Rinse and repeat, perhaps. Liquid.
(13-9), round 23 kicking off now. Elysian window again, wants the fight, wants the duel. It's just a flashbang this time from NiP, no smokes down. Here comes the catwalk presence, big win from Plopsky, huge trade from NAF.
Yeah, a necessary trade. Nothing further. Twist, who was originally deep in B apps, doubles back for bomb, already using it through T-spawn. Rez being held in Palace by Nitro, but his attention's also turned towards Connector. Stu's got a line of sight through it. But it'll be Lekro left alone on mid. Top Connector smoke, that's gonna force the feet. You see Nitro switch sides, and suddenly he can no longer keep Rez honest in Palace.
He's got to trust Stewie.
Yeah, and Stewie's got way more work to do. That's a huge kill from Nitro. Stewie's able to slip behind triple, but Forrest already at the top of stairs. That kill makes all the difference. Then Stewie can swing out wide, and they know where Rez is at. Finally, Team Liquid can hold a round. They gave away 6 in a row before responding.
That's the first gun round they've won as well. It's been comprehensive from NiP. They've won all those rounds. So Nitro is able to get the job done. 2 kills in Connector as the only defender. The other 2 players for Liquid were the other side of the map. This was a huge performance from Nitro.
Yeah.
That gave Stewie the opening for a double kill with that ult. 13-10. Money gonna start creeping low for NiP. A big gap in that thanks to the Molotov.
Late game economy is what lost them Overpass in the end. NiP having that fresh on their minds as they nearly bottom out their bank accounts for this one. There is still some cash there, but there's already more bodies on mid. NAF nearly giving away that opening kill. Stewie hoping that Forrest oversteps this corner.
Yeah, but they might not know that it's a double up setup. They might not be aware that Stewie has that AWP ready to go in window as well. They saw one on catwalk. Molotov forces Rez off the angle, which gives Elige some safety. And boy, is he pinned down. He's got players about to come up Connector. Twist is gonna get close towards ramp. Smoke comes in, Twist goes for that peek, and yeah, the shoulder peek actually gives away his position.
Rez reveals himself, gets jump scared by Lekro, takes an early shot. There's the response. Plopsky's got something, but Stewie trades again. Oh, Forrest, he's slipped out from Tetris. And that leaves us 2v3. He has the bomb on his back, but a man advantage still for Liquid. NAF has seen nothing further in middle, and Nitro has opted to go all the way around.
You have to like this call as well. The 2 ops have backed away. NAF's on catwalk. Stewie's repositioned to watch the cross, but very passively. There's the peek into the angle, and this makes the flank near impossible for Forrest to deal with. He's gonna rush the bomb plant, which is the most he can hope for. He's surrounded in the bomb site, 1 versus 3.
Wow, but he slipped back. Into ramp he'll go with an op in hand. Nitro's come out from Palace. Stewie jumping past the bullet and landing yet another of his own. 3 kills for him in the round. He has gotten these crucial op kills after his team has gotten openings on this A site. Last time it was Nitro by stairs and Connector that allowed Stewie to succeed. This time around it's Twist with the opening frag. Anticipating the counter offer. Young Stu.
Yeah. Rez is going to be frustrated as well. He shot at a teammate that gave away his position, which really neutralized any effect he could have had.
Right when he was about to swing out and try and blindside the site. Like, he had that element of surprise. He had the CTs shifting and standing in the open.
Timeout called.
The jitters cost him.
13-11. NiP desperately want to keep some money in the bank. They want to keep these buys going. And the ops, just like Overpass, started to become a problem for NiP to deal with. This is everything that NiP has in the round. A great chance for Liquid to tie things up. Stewie again in window with the AWP. Naf with his towards the B-bomb site.
A well-timed molly and frag could have done way more damage there. Almost burned them right back into it.
Oh, this is going to be all towards the B site. In Liquid, even when they've had a third player, even when they've had massive amounts of bodies, they haven't been able to handle this, but this bait and switch could be everything.
This could be huge. NAVI, you know, after a shot, he may just slip down. Could even just stay in the windowsill while the op's on cycle if Nitro decides to swing wide, but he misses a crucial shot. Now Nitro's gonna be set up, but slightly flashed. Players start to push past. He drops that bomb and gets inside of the smoke, although that's where it ends. Now NAVI's got players in close proximity, but he's also got Stewie to try and save this. Only 2 for him, and an even 2v2 with the bomb down. Elige quickly coming in from catwalk, gets himself into the mix. He's spotted Forrest, who can't cross. He does, and he clutches! NiP to 14!
Elige having a bit of a heat check there, going for that second fight towards bench, a disadvantage fight, and again, it seemed like Liquid rotated at the right moment, but one more time, NiP's trading is just too good. This is awkward. Nitro wanted way more than this, but no one tried to force the issue. Good patience for NiP, trusting the team to deal with it. And your star player winning a 1 versus 2. Oh. Forrest matching Elige in that first half. A lot of nices being thrown out by NiP.
Forrest chants, Jason. I haven't heard those ones until now.
Why not?
How do you not hype this man up? A legend of the game. Pushes back when the pressure starts to mount.
And this goes to what the desk is talking about, and it's when you mention someone like Nitro having a really rough stretch here and a really rough second map for a lot of this time, this is a bomb site they've lost a number of times in this half where Nitro is one of the primary defenders. It's not to call him out as an individual that it's all his fault, but yeah, the guy having a tough game. Start heading towards him, see if you can lean on that, see if he can actually step it up when it's needed. And at the moment, he isn't doing that.
But not over just yet. Weapons back on the buy. Finally, somebody else has arrived at the top of the scoreboard alongside Elige. It's Stewie. Equipped with the op, inside connector, hopes to catch another player on cross, but Lekro's already behind the mid boxes. That's a big pickup. Plopsky sniffed out by Elige, and Forrest peeks into his own demise. 5 versus 3. An advantage that you'd think Liquid should be able to secure a 12th round with, but it's not over.
Stewie's being very assertive and very annoying with this op. A lot of peeks. And now look at Liquid. Elige is infiltrating the back lines. He's moved up the stairs. Eat your heart out, Snacks. He's got 9 HP, but he's not waiting. He's gonna turn into his death. Oh, but he almost got a kill. A missed shot with the AWP, but that gives up the game. NiP's got to hustle. And actually, they're making a new call, dropping in towards Underpass instead of attacking the B-bomb site.
Should have most certainly been heard by NAVI, though. He's still in the ladder room.
And Stewie's at the A site with the op. He's got a lot of deep angles towards that connector.
Yep. Not fast enough of a move here from NiP to catch Liquid in a misrotation, but Rez, further information as he clears out jungle. NAVI will reveal himself, and Lekro's on Cat to try and deal with this, giving chase. He's denied. NAVI coming up with 2 big kills as Stewie gets back to ticket, and Liquid keep the lead within 2.
Keep the lead within 2 and keep the money low for NiP. Not able to string rounds together. Back to a very weakened buy for the attack. Should allow Liquid to close the gap one more time moving forward. Some frustration coming out for NiP. Deagles, oh, they fully buy into this.
Whoa.
I am surprised. They're risking the 2-round lead here with this kind of an investment.
We're getting wild, Moses.
Yeah. This is a ballsy call. A lot on the line here for the Ninjas.
Let's do it. They've got at least near full sets of utility.
The idea behind this is keeping the money equally low for the defense. for Team Liquid CT side. Trying to get 3 or 4 kills, trying to keep them in a position of being reset in the next round.
They slowly work their way towards this B site. I mean, if there's been any criticisms, it's kind of been the B holds.
Absolutely. You can't even fault them for this. They've been able to trade efficiently into this bomb site, even when there's been multiple players, even when there's been an extra defender.
And that's the thing, there is no extra defender yet nearby.
Liege will be there quick, but that's it.
And even he will have to crawl through the murder hole first. A wall of smokes comes flying over. Nitro's first up. He drops 2 and NAF gets into the mix. He just needs to tuck himself into the corner, but he's confident enough to fight. Elise drops quickly on the flank and Liquid to 13.
I feel like that's a smile out of Nitro where he called that setup specifically for a B hit.
Yeah.
He had to have said something like, they've had so much success here, you have to imagine they're going to come back, and that's not enough damage for NiP to justify that buy. That one hurts. That should see their lead disappear. That should see Liquid tying this up at 14 all. I don't even think NiP can afford Deagles.
We're just taking a quick break here, take a quick sip of beverage for Forest. Talk about composed.
The French timeout coming into play. Talking some things over with the Glocks. Lucker with 2 flashbangs. But that's about it. That's not enough to close the gap against the M4s and the AWP. You mentioned at one point Stewie was 10 frags behind Elige. Well, now he's just 5. This AWP has been so great in his hands.
Yeah. Refreshing scenes. Four of the last 5 rounds, in fact, for Liquid. There was a time where NiP had a 6-round spree rolling. But now, obviously, with Glocks in hand, it has come to a grinding halt. But they'll try one more time to hit this B site. Flashbangs, all they've got. A plant that could afford them the tidbits of utility in the next. NAF ready for it. These T's come cascading past the windowsill, and it is just way too easy.
Ooh, hello, that's a nice USP shot, and he cleans him out. 14 all. NAF and Nitro handle that one perfectly. No trades, not even a single kill. And remember that buy just a couple of rounds ago, that 4-step, that was designed to have this round right here at the very least be a low economy or lowest economy possible for Liquid. That's not an issue for them.
Not at all.
Even if they lose this, they have a solid buy in the next round, so NiP won't have an easy win here.
Nope. There are no more free rounds in this one, Moses. No matter what, we're playing 30. Overtime or either win. It's all in the cards.
And also, NiP about to be, or on the verge of being eliminated at 14-14, fighting for their tournament life, fighting still for a spot in the grand finals. Liquid, the advantage to reach it.
A slow burning CT side for Liquid, but they've got it back under control. Albeit not over. The pistol rounds, the half buys, all ending up at the B site, but we've got Ninjas outside A early. Oh, and they just run right out ramp. An efficient trade, but Nitro's tucked away. And Elige, he's gonna draw attention away. He gets cleared, he gets held back. NAF from jungle. And Nitro's gonna activate, coming around the boxes. No one's seen him. Oh, but he's traded by Plopsky. A 2 versus 2. A potential pinch. Stu works his way slowly up from Ticket, and he has not seen a soul. But Lekro knows he's heard NAF, and he can't hold him back. Everything's on Plopsky, and he falls. Team Liquid securing overtime and at least.
NAF is just running around deathmatching in that round. I don't even think he expected a player to be in connector. He did everything. He even took the attention away from Nitro's position to get that 1 kill. What a beast.
Wow, they run in before their smokes execute. They're trying to play a timing, and they caught Twist off with it. But even with that timing, Jason, they didn't clear backside, and Nitro's gonna punish them accordingly.
That's a lot of crestfallen NiP players. 1 round left to try and force overtime. They had such a nice lead. They had this map in the palm of their hands. And yeah, go to the B bomb site. It's been your most successful strategy. It's what's gotten you most of the rounds, but Liquid's gonna be aware of that as well. Stewie's gonna have a very fast position on catwalk. Here we go, Nitro, M4, Stewie peeking with the AWP. Good first kill from Nav. Nitro adds, but big trades again for NiP.
The entire kill feed back and forth. Another 2 versus 2. Last round picked up by Liquid. Elysian twists. Stars who shine. Lekro and Forest trying to hold this line, but Elige not yet seeing heads. Forest caught in no man's land, and it's over. 7 of the last 8 rounds. Team Liquid will have 1 more chance versus ASTRALIS in 2019. They end the second map on fire.